What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video we're going to talk about HBAR, Hedera. We're going to go over the standard stuff. We're going to talk about the charts and stuff here in a second, but before we do, I want to go over something that's very interesting just briefly, because I think it is rather interesting. You know, Hedera does, it is a tool where you can bring on real world assets, RWA, specifically real estate. You can tokenize this real estate, and what that means is essentially you basically would have a contract for a building, an apartment complex, a house, an office building, or whatever, for some form of real estate. You would have it tokenized on the Hedera ecosystem, and if you own that token, you get yield from that token in the form of USDC, US dollars, right? Stable coins that are acquired through the income that that building generates. So, you know, like if there's an apartment complex and it's worth, I don't know, $100 million and it generates, well, I mean, maybe the net worth isn't valuable, but what it generates monthly is like $100,000, and you own 10% of the tokens. You own 10% of that through tokenized means. You own 10% of that supply, like 10% of that building through tokenization. You then get 10% of that profit, right? You don't have to own the whole apartment complex. You can just own part of it and receive some yield based off of that. Does that make sense? Right. So there's this new thing that Hedera has built, which is called slices, which takes that idea and it turns it into a kind of index fund, like an ETF, but through digital decentralized means. Okay, through tokenization. Okay, I want to show you guys what we're talking about here. Okay, if we look at this here, Hedera, what if diversified investing in real estate was as simple as buying an index fund? I know it's boring, but just pay attention, okay? Because it is valuable. It'll add value to the token itself, and it's one of the reasons why we highly anticipate this thing to do very, very well. I think this is a big deal, you guys. In part 7 of their REITs, Real Estate Investment Trusts, is that what it is? I think investment fund, whatever, Real Estate Index Trust. In Web3 series, we explore slices. The answer to REITs meets ETFs. One token, multiple properties, automatic rebalancing, so that it keeps the allocations appropriate for each building without you having to worry about that, right? Like if one building's generating more yield and the allocations become imbalanced, it'll rebalance for you. Or if one is lower yield, it'll rebalance it for you. You don't have to worry about that. Whatever that means to you, right? But all I'm trying to say is the basic slice, okay? The basics of slice is that it's mirroring an index fund. Okay, imagine a slice that tracks 3 properties, right? Instead of one property, you've got 30% in one, 30% another, 40% another. Maybe it's 4 properties, maybe it's 8 properties, maybe it's just 2 properties. But you can, instead of just tokenizing one property through slices, you can take the tokenization of several properties and put it all into one that you own, all in just one place, one token, and it's like your own personal ETF, but a slice. It's a slice, right? And you get a slice of each building. I think that's why they call it that, right? And I just think that's pretty cool, because this adds a little bit of diversification to the RWA, what do I want to say, ecosystem on HBAR, right? I think that's very, very interesting stuff. There's a lot to read through here. If you guys want to read through it, you know, you can go to HBAR. I mean, you can copy this, Hedera blog, slices, whatever. You go to their blog and you can just click on slices, building the Web3 real estate index fund. REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. That's what it is, yes. And I just think it's really cool. I think it's something unique, and it really does set HBAR apart from a lot of different projects that are doing this, right? I don't think anything else has something like this right now, or maybe they do, but I think HBAR is probably further along. Anyways, if we're looking at this here, getting into the price action, I just want to share that with you because I think that's a big deal. It sounds pretty cool, right? Like you can own, think about it this way. It's basically like this, right? You own a token. Like if you own one Dogecoin is worth like 28 cents. So you'd probably own this token might be worth a little bit more than 28 cents. But if you own a token that represents 3 or 4 different buildings, or 3 or 4 different pieces of real estate, you're acquiring income, yield based off of those. But it's like a basket, right? Instead of doing what traditional investors do or hedge fund managers do, and they invest in basket ETFs, you can kind of invest in your own basket of real estate, which is pretty damn cool. I don't know. I think that's interesting stuff. We're at 24.75 cents right now, 23 hours, 32 minutes left in the day. It's a brand new day here on this, the 19th of September. We're looking like we're going to break out, you guys, any damn second now, any damn day now. If you look at this here, you found resistance and you, whoop, that's not what I meant to do. You found resistance and you move down. You found resistance, you move down. You found resistance, you move down. And here you are consolidating in this area and you're ready to break out, right? Different behavior begets different results from the price action, right? That's my expectation. You can clearly see that here we're doing something different than we did at any of these other rejection points. We're clearly, the rejection's not rejecting. That makes me think we're going to do something different and we're going to break out. If we break out of this area, we're breaking out of this area as a whole. If we're breaking out of this area, we're thinking about new all-time highs, right? Like that's the short and skinny of it, right? New all-time highs. Coinbase is not the all-time history chart. I don't know why we're on Coinbase. Let's look at something that's got more history. Let's go to this chart here, right? This is not the all-time high, but still, once we break out of this zone as a whole, I would very much expect that we are thinking about new all-time highs. HBAR is on the precipice of greatness here, right? And beyond the fundamental news drops here that are happening daily, we've got some serious implications in the charts that suggest we have some growth as well. They say, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Well, the news is going to be good, my friends. We've got some good news coming up between now and the end of the month and going into October. That's for damn sure. If we're looking at this here on the 1 hour time frame, the RSI does have lower lows in it, right? We're bouncing right off the 50 on the 1 hour time frame here. And you do have higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows in the stochastics, higher lows in the price, hidden bullish divergence. And the MACD, who cares? It's the 1 hour time frame, so it's not really that important. The 4 hour time frame here, and I'm not just saying that because it looks bad. It doesn't look bad. Yes, there's red, but red is not a bad color. Overall, it's actually bullish, but it's the 1 hour. You've been moving sideways. The MACD doesn't really matter, honestly. Stochastics barely matter on the 1 hour. 4 hour time frame here, lower lows in the stochastics, but you're still in a bullish posturing. RSI is also in a bullish posturing as well. I don't like how you close that last 4 hour candle. That's not necessarily ideal. The MACD does look nice here where you're scooping the zero, but again, I don't really care too much because it's the 4 hour time frame. It is possible here at 24.7 cents that you could come back down a little bit from a low to a high. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw 24.4 cents, 24.3 cents. Find support there and then continue to move up higher. We could move down all the way to 23.7 cents, find support there, and then move up higher. A little bit of a higher low there. It would be constructive. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If HBAR moves down to 23.7 cents, we're fine. 24.4 cents, we're fine. Okay. I don't know if it does. I'm just saying with that last candle there, I wouldn't be surprised. 3 hours, 29 minutes left in this candle. We're up a little bit, but that makes me kind of think that we will go down. So if we move down a little bit, don't be worried, right? Don't fret. It's all good. Overall, though, the 4 hour time frame does look really good. The 1 hour time frame looks decent as well. Daily time frame, man, the stochastics are about to get overbought. That's nice. RSI wants to get overbought. That's nice. The MACD is crossing above the zero. You guessed it. That's nice. So even if today we come down a little bit, I actually would expect that by the end of today we do close the day green. Perhaps we don't go down at all. Perhaps we don't drop down to 23.8 cents. We don't drop to 24.7 cents, whatever it was. At the lows that we were going to drop to. What was it? Let me see here. I'm forgetting. Low to high. 24.4 to 23.7. Maybe we don't drop there. Maybe we just continue to grow. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if we did, but I also would anticipate that today closes green. We'll build bullish momentum. Right now it looks like we're decaying in bullish momentum, but I would bet by the end of the day we're actually going to build bullish momentum, close up higher than we are now. Getting that RSI into the overbought zone, maybe by the weekend, if not sometime next week. And next week is really shaping up, I think, and the end of this month is really shaping up for some bullish upside outbreak. It's going to be fantastic. I stand by what I said at first, which is that this consolidation phase really makes me think that we're about to break out of this overall phase here. And if we're breaking out of that overall phase there, guys, we're going higher, right? This was kind of the initial breakout here. We're on a little break. Whenever we move up higher, we're going to take these highs out, and then at that point, we're moving on to new all-time highs. When HBAR does move up to new all-time highs, the expectation, at least in my opinion, would be that we see targets anywhere and everywhere from about, is it $1.20? Yeah, $1.21 to $1.80 and probably just above there, right? Typically with the 1-for-1 you do go just above there. I would think that by the end of October, we are all the way up in this area. By the end of the year, we'll be at higher prices, maybe at $3.15 or more, okay? Something like that. We really could be well above $3.15, but I think something between $1.21 to like $1.95, let's say, by the end of October is what's to be expected. The path ahead is vibrant and full of green, okay? We've got a lot of growth to go in a very short amount of time. HBAR is loaded up. had a massive move here, found immaculate support right here at prior areas of resistance, prior areas of support, even back here. Beautiful area to find support. If we take the overall high from the last cycle to the bear market low here, you found support right at your 0.5 as well. There's little doubt in my mind, and we've already found resistance here. The only next target area to go to would be the 1272 to the 1414 and even the 1618 by the end of the year. It's very possible that we see prices as high as $6.62 to $9 by the end of this year as well. But let's stay a little bit grounded, okay? I think that 315 by the end of this year is more than adequate, and we could see that $6 to $10 kind of area by the end of the cycle, something like that. Maybe as high as $20, maybe, but I'm thinking more around that $6 to $10 area by the end of the cycle. But time will tell. I don't really have anything else that I want to say. I mean, if we look at HBAR, let me just see what's the market cap here, just so we're sure of what the potential is. $10 billion here. I mean, with that, I don't think you'll see a 100x, but you could see some crazy growth. You know, with that, you could see a $20 price, I think. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely you could. Something that's just above the 20, but that's pushing the envelope there, right? I don't think that you get much above that. I really do believe by the end of the cycle, something between 662 and as big of a range as it is, 662 and $20. But even at 662, that's still a nice 26x. That's not bad at all. So a lot of growth in a short amount of time. I got nothing else for you guys. Read about these slices, man. It's pretty cool. It's interesting stuff. I mean, I basically gave it to you in a what's the word in layman's terms. I gave you the short and skinny of it. I gave you the spark notes of it. But if you want to read more about it, you can. Right? I definitely need to read a little bit more about it and understand it a little bit better. But I think that there's some interesting aspects to this, and it's one of those things that not just for HBAR but for crypto as a whole that I think is just very innovative and adds value to the whole ecosystem as it stands, man. This is the big stuff. This is the reason why crypto exists, is for things like this, man. To decentralize everything, to put financial power back in the hands of the people, right? If they want to participate in wherever you are in the world, at whatever time of day, wherever you are, and you're in control of your money, not the banks. You are, and you choose your ecosystem. You can do whatever you want. You choose the properties you're investing in. You can even make a basket of your own properties. Like it's pretty damn cool. All through smart contracts and through decentralized means. But I'm going to stop talking because I'm just rambling at this point. So hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.